As a member of a squad in a field environment, you have been directed to conduct movement to a designated point. You have a 1 to 50,000 scale topographic map of the area, a protractor, a coordinate scale, and a magnetic compass. It's time to use the techniques previously discussed in the Soldier's Manual of Common Tasks to navigate to the designated point using terrain association, dead reckoning, or a combination of both. To navigate using terrain association, first identify the start point and destination point on your map. Analyze the terrain between these 2 points for both movement and tactical purposes. Identify terrain features that can be recognized during movement, such as hilltops, roads, or rivers. Plan the best route, including checkpoints if needed. Determine the map distances between identified checkpoints and the total distance to be traveled. For a review of measuring distance on a map, refer to task Measure Distance on a Map. Then determine the actual ground distance. A general rule of thumb for cross-country terrain is to add 20% to the map distance. Road movement and flat terrain do not require this 20% increase. Once you have made these estimations, move to the designated endpoint or intermediate point, using identified terrain features as aiming points or handrails. Handrails are linear features like roads or highways, railroads, power transmission lines, ridge lines, or streams that run roughly parallel to your direction of travel. The second method you can use to navigate to a designated point is dead reckoning. Begin by identifying the start and destination points on the map and analyze the terrain between these 2 points for both movement and tactical purposes. The use of steering marks is recommended when navigating by dead reckoning. A steering mark is a distant feature visible along one's route that is used as a distant aiming point that one can move towards. Once reached, another steering point is identified until a change of direction or the final destination is reached. Plan the best route, including checkpoints if needed. Determine the grid azimuths between the identified checkpoints, if any, and the final point. Then convert the grid azimuth taken from the map to magnetic azimuths. For a review of these procedures, refer to task Determine Grid Azimuth using a protractor and task Convert an azimuth. Determine the map distances between identified checkpoints and the total distance to be traveled. Then determine the direction of movement using the compass. Move in the identified direction of travel or towards the identified steering mark. Determine a new steering mark or confirm the direction of travel as needed. The direction of movement, when not using a steering mark, must be periodically confirmed. Terrain association and dead reckoning are 2 techniques which can be used individually or in a combination to successfully navigate to a designated point. These 2 techniques apply several previously covered tasks essential to land navigation.